Welcome back to Tackle for Loss, a New Zealand NFL gambling podcast.
Yes. You're joined here with three of the top NFL analysts in New Zealand.
Maybe the only three.
Well, yeah, probably. Myself, Crew Donahue.
Myself, Kiefer O'Donoghue.
And myself, Grayson Hollick.
Cool, we're at week 6.
We're at week 6. I'm not going to lie, last week, a bit weird. Had a few
Yeah.
different ones in there. I say that every week, but that's because there's a few things that's a bit surprising every week.
I mean, the results from last week show how surprising they were, so...
Are we going to get into that now?
Yeah, lock it up.
Sure. We'll go over last week's locks and results. So, first of all, we have just our overall results before we go into the locks.
Okay.
So far across the weeks that we've been recording,
Yeah.
Cree, you are 11 for 32.
You know, not bad.
So you're 34%.
It doesn't sound so good when you do the percentage.
Yeah,
it hurts. Yeah.
I mean, the thing you got to remember about these is that these aren't bets we're taking.
No.
These are a lot of bets I would fucking stay away from in these.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that go 50-50 that unfortunately I have to pick one of them, and some of them you miss out by like 1 point even with the handicap.
Which
so
we had this week quite a few times.
missed out a lot.
Me, I am at an abysmal 8 for 32.
Oh,
So I'm at 25%.
Oh, no.
Not where you want to be at
No.
all. And Kiefer, you are at 14 for 32, so 44%.
Hey,
so
that's nice.
and not
Good.
too shabby.
Yeah. So at this stage, I'm New Zealand's number one NFL.
I don't know about that.
Let's talk about the locks. Let's talk about the locks.
Well, if we're
That's
looking
what matters.
if we're looking at the locks,
That's what matters.
so far we've all had 6 across the weeks. Cree, you're at 5 out of 6, so 83%. So you got 2 last week,
What am I? 83%.
83%.
Yeah, that's money.
That's nice.
Keith, you also got another 2 last week, so you're 3 out of 6, so 50%, and I'm the same as you.
Okay,
so
I'll take the 50.
we're still at a winning ratio.
Yeah, we're still positive.
I mean,
Are we still
50%
positive?
makes money.
Yeah, we're
Well,
making
actually,
money.
Yeah, 50% does make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50% makes money. Cool, that's all we need.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I mean, the weekly, the whole total of them, I'm not happy with. But then again, like we say, you're not going to take in every single bet that you come across, right?
Yeah, some of the
You're not
margins
taking-
are rough.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not betting on 16 games, and
Yeah.
so
If you are, you might have a problem.
yeah.
And as we say every episode, take it for loss. We're a gambling podcast, but don't listen to us.
Yeah, no, don't bet on us and what we're saying. Bet on yourself.
There it is. That's our merch.
Do your own research. Fuck you.
Alright, on that high note, we're going into week 6, and so it's now time for the Hot Boy Hot Takes segment of the show.
Absolutely.
And these are just some headlines which
My
I
personal
turn into a
favourite,
question.
but the title sucks.
Yeah, you hate it every week, but when we get that merch, God, you're going to be forced to wear it.
I'm going to wear it
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, that's good, man. As we said last week as well, any company wants to sponsor us.
Oh
preferably
yeah, hot chicken
hot
company.
chicken company,
Yeah. Hot sauce company.
Hot sauce company.
Anything spicy would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But we'll take any sponsorships. Okay, so my first Hot Boy Hot Take of the week. It was revealed on Kyle Brandt's Basement, the podcast, that Josh Allen makes himself vomit before every game.
Yeah.
He gets other teammates to join him too. It's all part of his warrior mentality.
I don't think it is.
Who do you think vomits more before games? Josh Allen or Josh Allen's opponents?
Oh, that's not bad.
Thank you.
I think after this week his opponents.
Shit,
I think
yeah.
It
after
was
this week his
rough.
opponents, man. Holy fuck, he was firing.
The Bills were just monsters this
That
week.
was insane. Like that's
Yeah.
so good. That's so good.
They're the best team in the NFL, hands down.
I think so, absolutely. But I do think it's interesting that he does vomit in every game.
Yeah.
It's because it started in college, because he used to vomit in college games because he couldn't, for some reason, he just couldn't deal with it. Or couldn't.
no
So
way.
so then he
Yeah.
kind of like when he got to the NFL, well, he felt sick during every college game,
Yeah.
and he's like he didn't like it. Obviously, you wouldn't, but so that's why when he got to the NFL, he found a cure for that, and that was spewing up before every game.
That's nuts.
I might do that before work and see if I perform better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
part of
fucking,
that.
God knows you need to.
Yeah.
It's that warrior mentality, man. Cool. All right. So I think everyone's. There's no buy or sell on this. So
Yeah.
we're just agreeing. Okay. So at the Tampa Bay versus Atlanta game, a child ran onto the field. It wasn't a streaker, but you get the idea. He was absolutely slammed by security, and when the mother was asked, she said she has many children and she simply lost track of this one. How many children have you guys lost track of?
I feel like I'm the child that gets lost.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
You are
Like,
the lost child.
I am the lost child.
You're the child on the field.
I am the child on the field.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I don't have any, but like when I get drunk, the other guy definitely has lost some children.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Clayton.
Clayton, he
Has many
fucks.
children.
Yeah.
All right, that was a bit of left field one, but when aren't they? Third hot take of the week. Matt Rule of the Panthers has been fired from the head coach position. He'll be fine. He'll get a Big Ten coaching job and still has 2 years of guaranteed Panther money. With that being said, do you officially rule the Panthers out?
I mean, I fucking ruled them out while he was still there.
Yeah, but if anything, they're going to have more of a chance without him because he's
So you're going the other way. You rule him back in.
I mean, depends who they get in instead, but like still, they sucked with him there.
Yeah. I mean, I still think they're going to be shit, to be honest.
Yeah, either
Personally,
way.
I think that a lot of rumours is that they're going to sell off every good player they've got for picks and just start like an actual rebuild process, get a new
Insane
QB and all
did
that
you
sort
hear
of
To
stuff.
be honest,
the
it sounds like
Bills-
Kiefer with his fantasy team.
Yeah, wow, it does.
Just rookies only.
Rookies only.
Did you hear though that the Bills are one of the teams? I think the team like most interested in signing Chris McCaffrey.
Is the Bills, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
did hear
crazy.
that.
They don't
yeah.
need anything else.
No.
because they don't
yeah.
use their run game.
That's what my thought as well, yeah. Any case, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there. So this last week has had two atrocious calls from the ref. One against the Falcons for rushing the passer on Tom Brady, and then one against the Chiefs for the same reason.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer, yeah. I'm sure we'll get into that later on, but with those bad calls, when was the last time you called your mums?
Fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
well, I heard you call her today,
I did call mum today, yeah.
and I was standing in the room, and you didn't say that I was there once. So that's on you, homie.
I don't
That's
think
rough.
That's fucked up,
I
man.
don't think
Yeah.
it is.
That is fucked up.
She
I
asked
stood there
after
for
you.
like 5 minutes. I stood there for 5 minutes. You didn't say, "Oh, Cree's here, by the way."
I thought you were just lurking.
Whatever.
I saw my mum on the weekend, so fuck,
So you're
a
safe.
phone call.
You're safe.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, the last hot boy hot take of the week. The Carolina Panthers proposed $800 million practice facility project in South Carolina is officially dead after team owner David Tepper's real estate company filed for bankruptcy.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah, sorry, big sentence there. What do you think was a bigger waste of time and money? The half-built practice facility or the half-built Panthers?
Probably the practice facility.
That's rough, man. Like, you can't. Surely they're not just abandoning it. Surely they're just going to get another investor or like
That
surely
headline
they're
was
getting
from
more
a
money.
little while ago, but of course it's come up with this whole new situation that's going on.
Yeah. That's insane.
But yeah, currently it's just sitting.
Fucking
it's just
hell.
like
So
rusty
you're saying we
brains.
could use it for our flag football team?
Yeah.
You're saying it's sitting
absolutely,
there for the...
It's free use, I think.
Yeah, it is.
For the
It is.
alligators.
Alligators.
It's
yeah.
a public space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Done my my hot takes of the week.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
just a
nice.
little outro.
I don't think we can tell
Yep, there we
we
go.
haven't,
Okay.
we haven't got sponsored yet.
No, we don't have. But even though I still want a guitar riff
Okay.
for my seg.
All right. Should we start with the picks then?
Speaking of segs, let's get to the main seg.
Let's get to...
Let's get to the main
Let's
seg on
not
the
call it
pod.
the main
Stop calling them segs.
Yeah.
I can't see in this fucking lighting, eh? Okay, first game. It's your Friday 1:25 game. You have Bears Commanders. Commanders here are favourites by +1.
Is it who's the home? So
Bears. The first team that I say is the home.
okay.
Bears
So
Commanders.
Commanders at Bears.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Sure, that one.
Interesting one. Commanders are +1 favourites here, and I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Commanders are, I think they're narrowly better than the Bears.
Yeah.
This is a pretty shit Friday game. Although it is interesting because it's a battle of shit teams.
Yeah, it's a tank bowl. It's gonna be fun, I think.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one because Justin Fields finally did a little bit of something last week.
Yep.
Not a lot, a little bit. I wasn't expecting Montgomery to be back so early.
No.
And, as
I'm
he is.
glad I put Herbert on the bench.
Yeah, on the bench.
Yeah.
I think.
So Montgomery's back, and he was their leading receiver actually, as
Yeah.
well as rusher. I'm pretty sure, and they are now ranked 31st offense, 22nd defense.
Big numbers.
Yeah. I just think when you look at the Vikings defense which they played last week, and they're not very good. Not a very good defense, and they still couldn't put up very big numbers against them. And I don't know. I just think the Bears are forever underperforming. They had their shot down to Mooney downfield, right? Sick catch, sick throw. That's not fucking happening very often. Let's be real. Let's say that doesn't
No,
happen.
they don't utilize them enough.
If that doesn't happen, they probably don't even score one of the touchdowns or one of the... I don't even know if they scored. I don't remember the game. To be honest, I blocked that game out of my fucking mind.
Fair.
But you know what I'm saying? I just don't think they're that good. I think the Commanders have have more and they can do more.
Yeah.
And obviously, they did a little bit better last week than they have been doing. They got 5 sacks against Titans, which is pretty impressive. They struggled on third down, so they completed 1 out of 11.
Yep.
So not very great there. They're a middle of the pack team, really. They're offensive defense. They're middle of the pack, and I think they have enough on their team to just outperform the Bears. I mean, by 1 point, yeah. Give me Commanders. To be honest, that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, my kind of thoughts are that the Commanders kind of have the edge here. They're a more put together team, which is saying something.
Yeah.
We kind of always knew going into this year, Commanders aren't going to be good. And they've kind of done better, I think, than kind of people expected, or on par with what they expected.
Right.
Bears came into the year thinking they'd do a bit better, and they've kind of underperformed.
Yeah. I think the Bears have really underperforming.
So yeah, I like the Commanders for this. I think they're the team with the most amount of pressures on QBs.
Oh yeah, and that's without Chase Young too.
Yeah, and so once again, their biggest thing is the quarterback. Ron Rivera brought it up in his
that was
press conference.
hilarious, man.
And yeah, I don't know. I like the Commanders. It's tank bowl.
Yeah, I'll take Commanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way because it is a tank bowl.
Sure.
It's very much a flip of a coin. Montgomery could carry that team if need be. Justin Fields, if he uses his legs, he's going to actually be able to create some plays. Who knows?
Yeah.
But again, it is a tank bowl.
It's big ifs, eh?
It is a big if. It's like
this could go fucking either way.
it is like the Bears being like just like -1 favorites. Like, it's
I just see more
fucking
depth
nothing.
in the because Carson Wentz can still make really good throws. Like he's not.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
obviously a starter for a long time. He still is.
think-
But I think and you look at the Washington receiver core.
Yeah.
You still got McLaurin, Dotson. Like you got some good dudes there. I think Logan Thomas might be coming back, or he might be back maybe. But
That's what I'm trying to think of. Shit. Carry on.
yeah, I just think they have a way better. I think they just have a better. And Brian Robertson's back. Let's fucking go, dude. I want to see him.
Yeah, I think the big thing is I can even see this being a Curtis Samuel. That's
Curtis
what I'm thinking
Samuel,
of.
solid.
Curtis Samuel, solid. I can see this being a blowout. I can see it being a tight game, and I can see it being a blowout because if the Commanders actually work like we're seeing them go this year,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be insane bombs all day.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the Commanders definitely have a huge upside that they could
and
really bring out here.
I've seen the Commanders do it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Bears do it yet.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
yeah, cool.
Nice.
Nice little tank bowl.
Next one. This is a fun one. I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's
Giants,
interesting.
Ravens. Giants home game. Giants are +5
6
underdogs.
a.m. for us.
6 a.m. on
Monday.
On Monday. Giants are +5 underdogs. Interesting one because the Giants are just a solid team, man.
Yeah.
They don't have any kind of, like, apart from Saquon, any players that are like, you look at them and think, wow, this guy's carrying this team or this guy's holding this team together. Their defense, pretty just solid. Their offense, kind of just solid.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is just not fucking things up, making some good decisions, making some plays.
It's going down in New York, man.
I like the Giants
It's
at
awesome.
the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, I really like the Giants. It's just an unfortunate matchup because the Ravens are a little bit scary at the moment. They've kind of shown. I think they've kind of shown their cracks in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
but
know.
yeah.
I think that the Ravens definitely struggle on defense. They do. They're one of
Yeah,
the worst
yeah.
ranked, like 28th, 29th or something in
Yeah.
defense. And I just think the Giants here have a better, well-rounded team. And you're giving me +5 on the Giants. So I'm gonna take the +5 on the Giants.
Yeah, I reckon the defense of the Giants could step up enough to shut down that team.
And I think the offense can do just enough to get the points on the board.
I mean, they did last week. Not happy about it, but they did.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon.
Yeah. Giants are an awesome team, and I want to see them do this. Lamar is scary. Like there was that final drive that they were doing against the Bengals, and it was like stop. Lamar Jackson does Lamar Jackson, gets 20 yards downfield.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh wow, and
And
he
it
can
wo-
always
yeah.
do that. He can just switch that on. So it's always scary going up against the Ravens. But
It
yeah,
is.
I take the Giants on this.
Yeah. Same.
The
Same.
+5 does help.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Substantially for
Yeah.
this.
So I think we're all Giants on that one.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, looking at the next one, we've got Colts, Jags. Colts home game. Colts are also favoured at -2.5. Jags +2.5.
I don't know about that, This
I don't
man.
know about that either.
Yeah,
This
it's interesting, eh?
this team, the Colts team, is so unpredictable and confusing to me, right? Because they already played the Jags.
I don't like them.
They played the Jags. They lost 24-0.
Yeah.
Then the next week they go against the Chiefs and they beat the Chiefs. It's just like,
For the audio listeners, Cree's trying to get the TV behind us working. I think you have to click.
Nope.
There we go.
There we go. Matt Rule's back on the TV now.
Yeah, that's what he's doing now. He's just sitting watching the TV.
Yeah.
I mean, they allowed 6 sacks last week. The Colts did against the Broncos. Been in the game. Broncos are a great defensive team.
They are, yeah.
And they had the punt. They punted 7 times. I think it was. Like I just this Colts team so unpredictable. Like one week Matt Ryan does really well, and you're like, wow, Matt Ryan actually still has a little bit of game left in him. And then next week it's like, wow, Matt Ryan's fucking dog shit.
Yeah,
but then I feel like he never has enough to make you think like, wow, he's amazing.
No.
He just does enough. If it's like that, otherwise it's the other way. It's shit.
For me, I don't think the Colts are unpredictable. I think the Colts are bad. I
Yeah,
don't.
they beat the Chiefs. So what do you put there then? If they beat the Chiefs and you think they're bad,
Yeah.
how can they go from losing 24-0 to the next week beating the Chiefs? And they played really well the whole game.
Yeah.
How is that? And I'm pretty sure it was Chiefs home game maybe. And how is that like?
Because it's the NFL.
Any team? Yes.
Shit like that
That's what I'm
happens, you know?
saying. It's does sort of, but there should be like a very. It shouldn't be such a fucking flip of a coin. It should not be like that. That's what I'm saying. So unpredictable.
Yeah, I
Yes,
wouldn't,
you have
I wouldn't
some
play them
teams
as
that do a
bad. I just
little
don't
bit
like
better.
them.
Some teams do a little bit better than expected, and some teams do a little bit worse. But to go out and beat the Chiefs 1 week and lose, I think they are unpredictable. I think it's, yeah. I don't think you can say they're just
I
bad.
think the Colts are just bad.
So okay, I don't understand. They went out and beat the Chiefs. Like I just don't understand.
Yeah, but that's one game on the year compared to the rest of the year.
Out of what, 5?
Yeah, compared to 5 games. That's
What,
the
they're 2
one.
and 3 or something?
Yeah, but okay, I see what you're saying. But every game has just been a scrape by 1 point, or it hasn't been a dominant performance. It's just been they just do enough. I don't think.
Yeah, and
if you had to say a team's good or bad, do you put them in the good category?
No, that's why I didn't. That's why I said they're unpredictable, because 1 minute they're good and 1 minute they're bad.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying they're bad.
That's okay.
You're neglecting a whole fucking week.
It's all right. We're going.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go the Jags plus 2.5. They did lose to the Texans last week, unfortunately, but they are a solid team. Like they've just got like Robinson as a running back that he's solid all the time.
Yeah, he's injured though.
Yeah, but
You got Etienne, but then
Etienne's there,
he was
yeah.
sick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going Jags too, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
They allowed 0 sacks.
you look at the team as a whole.
Yeah.
They're better than the Colts.
I think that's my thing. Is that the Jags still have I think 9th defense or something.
Yeah.
Like, I still think they have a great defense. So it's not going to be such like well, last week the Colts had a really good defense and this week they don't. Like, no, they're still going up against a really good defense. So I think the Jags defense is going to be about on par with the Colts, but I think the offense will be a lot better, and for that reason I'm going Jags. Sorry, plus 2.5.
Yeah, I think the biggest detriment to the Jags at the moment is actually Trevor Lawrence. Like, the rest of the team's performing really well, but a lot of his throws have been overthrown, and he's just kind of when he's kind of calm and it's going together, he's doing really well, which we've seen him do this year. And then a couple of games we've seen him in clutch plays just absolutely whiff it. So I think if it all goes well, then yeah, absolutely. I'm going Jags on this anyway because the Colts are bad, and I think that's how it's going to go.
Fair enough. Next game. Browns.
Pats.
Another
What
interesting
happened with the Pats last week? Someone please explain to me.
one. What did happen? Who did the Pats play?
Pats played the Lions.
Pats played the Lions and they shut them out.
Yeah, no,
They shut them out.
No,
It's what
I
I-
think that's more of a tell on the Lions last week than it is the Pats this week. Last week.
I will say one thing about the Pats last week though is, and we mentioned it on this podcast, is you can't count out Bill Belichick to scheme against you.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's what it was. He just
Like it was 29-0.
Yeah. He just out-schemed. I mean, Bailey Zappi did really well. Like, but I wouldn't say he was an outstanding QB or anything. The team just worked. They had a great ground game,
Yeah.
and
Their
they just
defense
had,
is
defense
stout.
was
But that's
absolutely
the thing.
stellar, which is a Bill Belichick.
I mean, they've got 3 defensive coaches on their coaching staff.
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are solid.
Here's
It's a
my,
Bill Belichick team.
Here's my
right?
thing. We talked about Bill Belichick being able to out-scheme a team. So the Lions went for it on 6 fourth downs, because obviously they go for it on 4th downs.
Yeah.
They went for it on 6, right? They did not get a single one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game's very different if they get half of those.
Yeah.
Because it keeps drives going, and just like it's that important. They obviously didn't want field goals. They wanted first downs, and to be able to score touchdowns. So I think
Or
yes,
anything.
What?
Or anything.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they didn't. No, not or anything, because they wouldn't have gone for it on 4th downs. They could have, because you don't go for it on 4th downs when you're like out of. If you're in your own half, you're not going for it on 4th downs. So they went for it instead of going for field goals. They went for 4th down conversions so they can get the touchdowns. Is what they're going for. They're not settling for.
Does
field
that come?
goals.
Do you reckon that comes down to bad play calling then on the Lions half?
No, I think it is just the Pats were ready for them to go for 4th downs because that is just such a
I mean, true.
Dan Campbell thing to do. I think they've only got some set plays they go from 4th downs, and I think the Pats learnt them all and were able to kind of shut them down. I don't think the Pats actually looked that good, to be honest. They looked okay, but I don't know. I'm not reading into this win 29-0 like a lot of people might be, and like the +3 here, so they're still underdogs. But I still think, I'm not reading into this win by the Pats. It's 29-0. I don't think it's gonna.
Well, I don't think the Pats are going to go to the Super Bowl, but I think they're not going down without a fight. I think every game that they play is going to be basically a close game. I don't think it'll necessarily be a blowout again, but I think that the Pats are feisty. They're going to be a wild. They might be a wild card team. They're looking. I don't know.
Then again, I don't think they can beat the Browns.
That's the thing. Browns looked really good last week against the Chargers. I was a bit disappointed with that game, but like, man, the Chargers really like got shut down on defense. The Chargers could not get the ball back for shit. Like that is what they had the same time as possession, and they pretty much both scored the same amount of points. Like both the Browns' offense was firing. Their defense was playing well, shut down the Chargers a decent amount of times. Like I just think that Browns' offense is really starting to really prove me kind of wrong a bit. Because I didn't like... Well,
they've kind of gone back to what made them successful that one year, which was their run game.
Kareem and
solid.
Chubb,
They kind of like start with that and use it as a basis, and then eventually move into that kind of pass play thing, which is kind of what the Packers is the same thing because they've got the two running back solid core. But I think the Browns just managed to do that really well last week.
I think the Browns look really solid. Browns home game here. I'm taking the Browns -3.
So am I.
I'm going to go Pats. Just because I'm a Pats supporter.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, that's fine. We understand.
Got to back the boys, you know.
Yep.
Bengals at Saints, 6 a.m. Monday.
Let's do it. Interesting one. I don't know. I think this is crazy to me. Crazy boy.
Is the odds?
Yeah, it's
they are.
it's the points Saints. So they've got it's Saints home game, but they've got Bengals at -1.5.
Yeah,
that's a lock. That's a lock of the week for me. I'm taking that. Anyone else?
Yep.
You not sold on that? Sorry, Bengals -1.5.
Bengals. Let me think,
Bengals.
boy. I haven't actually looked like to decide my locks yet.
Fair enough.
I have already made a decision on the game. But I don't know.
I mean, Saints have a few injuries. It could set them back. I don't know if it will. The Seahawks shitty off.
It's Andrew Dalton's time, man.
Yeah, sure. The Seahawks shitty defense, the worst defense in the league, made that team look good or look better than it is.
Yeah.
That worst defense in the league made them look better.
Yeah.
I don't think that the Saints are anywhere near as good as +1.5. That's crazy to me. I just don't get it. The Bengals narrowly lost to the Ravens. They probably should have beat them.
Yeah.
And it was a battle of defenses. They're both really defensive, great teams. And that Saints, the Bengals, Ravens, I feel like the offense didn't do as well as either team did as well as they should be.
No.
Just proved that they both had decent defenses on the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that the Bengals are heating up though. Like Joe Burrow's starting to do stuff. Mixon, when he started actually,
he was on fire. Yeah,
was awesome. My one thing we'll say, I think it's what caused this narrow loss to the Bengals. Yeah, narrow loss when playing the Ravens.
Yeah,
is their play calling on that last drive. Like the trick play and they did this beautiful sequence going up. Run play, throw play.
Bless you.
Pass play, I should say. And then they're like in the red zone, like quick shunt. And it's like, really? Like that's you guys aren't the Chiefs. Like use.
I was gonna say, this ain't Kansas City, buddy.
Yeah. So I think
especially right. Let's say right here, it is Ravens Saints.
Yep.
Are you taking the Ravens at -1.5? Like that is insane to me.
Yeah.
They played very close games. I think it was Ravens home game too when they got played.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's insane. Like Ravens, you've got Ravens Giants. Ravens are -5.5. Right.
Yeah.
Ravens Giants. Ravens are -5.5.
That is what I was on the
Bengals
screen.
Saints. Bengals are -1.
Yeah.
8.5. Like, I'm taking that's the lock. That is a Bengals all day.
Absolutely.
Joe Shiesty's going to heat up.
He's starting to wear his suits again, man.
Yeah, I'm taking it. That's a lock for me and Kiefer. Absolutely.
And we're
Give
all
me some
going...
slime.
I'm coming back to my locks later. I don't think I've decided yet.
That's the slimy
Fucking
lock.
pussy.
Huh?
Sorry. Hey, take it from the 5 out of 6 guy here. I'm just saying,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Wait, are you going Bengals though? Are you picking?
Yeah, I put Bengals
okay.
down. Yeah, I put Bengals down like half an hour to an hour ago. I knew I was going. I'm not convinced on a lock yet.
Fair.
I got to be careful with my money, you know.
You
A lot of expenses. I've got missing children to pay for.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save mine and buy the practice facility.
Oh, right, yeah.
Carolina's. Next game, we've got Buccaneers at the Steelers.
Oh,
6 a.m. game.
I like this one.
6 a.m.
I don't
game.
know
Point
about this one,
difference
man.
of 7.5.
What do you mean?
What, are you taking Steelers?
No,
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you were.
I like this one though.
I don't know, man. Steelers.
But
I don't know.
tell us why, Gray.
Well, the Bucks are like last week. The Steelers, right, got absolutely shattered by the Bills.
Against
Yes,
the
sure, it's the
Bills,
Bills,
though.
Yeah.
but and I am kind of comparing the Bucks to the Bills, even though you can't really.
No.
But the Bucks have still played phenomenally throughout the
They've
season.
played well.
I'm waiting for this button across the table.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, man. Like 7.5
butt.
to me is a lot. I think we haven't really seen what Kenny Pickett has done. Like Kenny Pickett did really
Against
well
the top
last
10
week.
defense in the Bucks.
I mean, I've highlighted Bucks. I'm going with Bucks. I'm just
Right.
saying, man.
I think it's Bucks all day.
I'm just saying I wouldn't actually bet on
Actually, I've
this game.
changed my mind. I've already decided on a lock. This is one of my locks of the
Hey,
week.
there it
Yeah.
is.
Wow.
Hey, bring the noise down. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, put that in there to Cree.
I just don't know, man. Like I think because for me, it's you look at the Bucks against the Falcons game. I think that game was stupidly close. It shouldn't have been that close, but yet somehow they managed to make it closer than you would think.
It's true. I will say, though, the Falcons are arguably a better team than the Steelers, in my opinion.
I feel like we are betting on what
Yeah,
Mitch
it's a
Trubisky.
shiesty.
I feel like we're betting on what Mitch Trubisky can do, not Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
I think Kenny Pickett is infinitely better, and
Yes.
he's getting better with every single game. When he first came in, when he had to substitute in, he did okay. He didn't do great. Last game when he had a full game, he threw really well. I think he had minimal, maybe one interception. I think maybe. But like he played really well against a Bills team that is like the number 1 defense. I don't know, man. Like I think the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers.
But they still got absolutely demolished. And they're going up against a defense which has like a fucking backfield with like Anton Winfield in it, who's been phenomenal every single week.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you.
And
I just
you've-
probably wouldn't bet on this
Yeah,
one.
you've also got Godwin's even back.
Yeah.
So, and
I don't think the
Battleship
Steelers
Lenny,
defense can
No,
stop
I
them.
don't.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying.
I reckon the
it's-
7.5 is
you're,
okay.
You're tempting me on a lock here, buddy.
The 7.5
I want
is-
to put maybe lock. I've
Wow.
got the rest
No,
of the
none of
show.
those. What the hell is this?
I got the rest of the show to, just
Ah.
making a note. Just making a note. Cool. Well, that's an easy one.
Well, speaking of locks, this next one's a lock for me.
I just want to say, shout out the Steelers for a valiant effort. What? No, you can't. Okay, sorry.
No, you
trying to
ruined my
segue?
moment. Yeah, you ruined my moment. It's my lock. You like it was a big moment. Like this is my lock. Yeah,
Hey,
you were like,
bring the noise in now. Just bring the noise in now. Bring the noise in over what I was trying to say.
no, I can't do that.
Bring it in now.
Anyway, this is one of my locks. Yeah, exactly.
49ers at Falcons.
49ers at Falcons. Holy fuck! Give me this fucking. What is it? 49ers minus 5.5. Give me that all day, every day.
Yep.
I think obviously Bosa's injured. He might be back. There's no telling. It's too early in the week. That's my problem about injuries doing it this early is that we don't really know who's going to be out and who's going to be back. But
That is rough, yeah.
even without Bosa, give me 5.5. Jimmy G is starting to heat up. He's doing well. He doesn't look incredible, but he just looks fucking solid. He just looks solid.
Yeah. But Jeff Wilson, though.
Jeff Wilson, bro, he's on
Jeez.
fire.
Yeah, man.
When they played, who was it? Was it Rams? Who was it last game? When they played the Rams 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it did.
Jeff Wilson looked fucking sick. I didn't realize how quick that dude is.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
terrifying.
yeah.
Bro,
They
I
played the
saw him.
Panthers- They
Yeah.
played the Panthers last week.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, I was talking about, and when I saw him first play in that Rams game,
Yeah.
and he ran kind of like, he split the field right up the middle, and he ran through these 2 defenders that I thought were in like a meter within him, and he just fucking sprinted just straight past them. Like,
Yeah.
he looks fucking sick. Deebo's obviously sick, Ayuk's sick, Kittle's sick. Defense is number 1 defense. That's a lock for me. That is an
Hey.
absolute lock.
My Schleim. It's a lock.
That.
I'll lock it down too. Why not?
Oh,
Triple
wow.
lock. Triple lock.
Wait, you've almost gone.
He's always
You've
got-
almost gone 3 in a row here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, man, what could I say? The games be stacking how they're stacking, huh?
Yeah.
He's gonna run out of money on
Even though
or like whatever undisclosed gambling site.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm getting that out.
Yeah.
I will say the Falcons. Everyone is. You guys really don't like the Falcons, but
Falcons are shit,
I
man.
don't know, man. Keep that in.
Oh, no.
The camera's like Falcons. Out of here.
Oh, my fucking blue tech, dude.
Cut her out.
Welcome back. Like we were saying, fuck the Falcons.
Yeah, even the phone doesn't like the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's enough said. I was just saying.
25th
I'm
offense,
just saying they're like a
27th
little bit better,
defense.
and everyone's like everyone thinks they're kind of shit, but they're kind of like managing to hold in there. It's
Nope.
respectable.
Oh, that is
Goal.
an interesting
Hey,
stat.
you know what? They're just like the
Yes.
Colts are just bad.
No,
Yeah.
just bad,
Just bad.
Everything's black and white.
Uh,
That means, in my book, the Falcons are good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
no, interesting stat though. You know the Falcons, I'm pretty sure because they were within this. So this, we're talking about plus and minus. That's
Yeah,
the spread, right?
Yeah.
The Falcons are now 5 games of the season. I'm pretty sure they are 5-0 against the spread. As in they have come
Yeah.
within the spread every single time.
Yep.
That's what scares me about this.
Yeah.
But I locked it
You
anyway
changed
because
my mind, sir. No,
I locked it
no,
anyway.
I really locked it.
yeah.
It's
Maybe I can't
fine.
lock it with my love for the Falcons. It kind of seems wrong.
It
I mean,
does seem.
I'll put another maybe lock in here.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Alright, moving on. We've got Packers, home game against the Jets. Again, I don't like these
Let me
options.
switch my Packers.
6 a.m. game.
6 a.m. game on Monday.
Oh, this is one I didn't highlight because I don't
Packers
fucking know.
-7, Jets +7.
Disappointing loss for the Packers.
Yeah, I'm not happy. They kind of choked in the second half, and they have been doing that lately. And honestly, it's just down to shitty offense.
And you had
The defense actually also kind of fumbled it in the second half.
And 2 weeks ago
against the
you had
Giants,
2 weeks ago you had Aaron Rodgers saying like we can't win like this. I mean last week
Yeah.
you had
They
the
kind of proved
Phillips
his
saying
point,
the
yeah.
exact same thing. though,
Interestingly,
yeah.
when I wrote, I think it's from here onwards or from most of the others onwards. When I wrote these notes, I did these ones without having the odds in first, right? I prefer doing it without the odds. I like just
Right.
writing what I think and then going back and looking at the odds and then picking who I think. So that's what on the bottom of the Packers one here. When I was writing it, I said this could be a good value bet. I think the Jets maybe got their stats padded last week a little bit.
I
The
think
huge win
so.
against the Dolphins, you know. So and I was like, well, you know, they're looking at this Packers loss like it was a bad loss, but the Giants look really good, so maybe it's not as bad. And the Jets got their stats padded, so maybe the Jets aren't as good. So I thought this actually could be a good value bet going for the Packers here. Like they might be a bit underrated. But at -7, no, it's not underrated. Like at
It
-7, that's just.
It's one of those things that it could easily be a Packers win, but it's not going to be by 7. So
That's
you-
that's my thing.
you're
Plus
better
7.
off- You're better off going the other way.
Well,
Yeah.
funnily enough.
You know the Jets are. I think the Jets are a +10. The Jets are. The Jets are top 10. I'm pretty sure offense and defense.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they are.
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I put in here that if they win this week, that's going to cement them as a
Yeah.
top 10 team. Like which is weird because you wouldn't think so.
The Jets this year, they remind me of like a Madden roster team. We'll put a rookie here, a rookie here, a rookie here.
Yeah.
Get all this young blood in,
Yeah.
and they're firing. Like Sauce Gardner coming into the season, people asked him. Well, actually, reporters asked him a question: how do you feel about going to a team with such a losing record?
Yeah.
And he said, I don't care. That was before me, and now this is with me here.
Yeah.
And all of those rookies have that mentality of we ain't that losing team anymore, and they're doing it. Yeah, not sold on Zach Wilson. I saw your
I
note
think
there.
I
But-
think you throw a lot of interceptions that might be coming at some point. One game, you might throw 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. But in saying that, I'm locking up the Jets.
You're locking the Jets.
Locking up
plus
the
7.
Jets +7.
Wait,
fair
so
enough,
you've got
yeah.
2 actual locks and like 2 maybe locks? Is
Yep.
that where we're
About on 4. About to get a loan.
Yeah, you might have to. Yeah.
I'll do a
We
maximum
did
3
say something
locks.
about betting on all 16 games, right? You might have a problem.
Yeah,
You're getting there.
Damn it.
Are you maxing 3 locks, or you want to go as many locks as you
No,
want?
I think max 3 locks.
Okay,
It
cool.
keeps it competitive.
Yeah.
But who are you going for? Were you going Jets or Packers?
I'm going to go Jets here. Not locking it, but
And
I'm
who are
going
you
to
going,
go.
Gray?
I reckon it's Packers win, but Jets within. So I've got.
Oh,
I've got
Jets. Okay.
I just think the one thing as well that scares me is the Packers' run defense isn't great. Like they weren't a couple of weeks ago. They weren't last week. And then the Jets have been able to spread that run game throughout their whole
Yeah.
team, and
And the pass
every
game.
player looks really good.
Yeah. They're such an exciting team this year. It was what I think people expected last year from them.
Yeah,
But now we're actually getting it. So New York's going off, man.
yeah.
New York's
I
going
don't think it's
crazy.
safe to get them to win, but I am going for for the Jets.
Sure. Yeah.
Close
I'm
game.
hoping for the win, and I reckon that's in the spread.
Sweet.
Next game.
Awesome. So next game we
Another interesting
have
one, really, when you
Yeah.
think about it.
Vikings
Yeah.
and Dolphins 6 a.m. on Monday.
I already
weird
know which way I'm going.
So
I mean, I know where I'm
Dolphins are
going
+3.
Those are +3, looking like no Teddy Bridgewater or Tua,
No, Teddy B is most likely back.
even after being in concussion protocol.
Yeah, because it was already ruled as a minor concussion on the day, and if it had been without these new rules that have come in for the concussion protocol, he probably would have been back on the
Right.
field. So I don't think.
If he gets knocked his ass and starts putting gang signs at Tua, bro.
Yeah.
Now the doctor's about to be fired.
Yeah, true that, but I think he'll be back because it was ruled kind of minor.
Yeah, I don't
Did
know.
you say rule, bro?
Match rule.
Matt Rule. Look at him, he's just sitting above
That
me.
doctor about to get fired.
Yeah, he's gonna sit on the couch with Matt Rule.
I just think the Dolphins' defense is shit. Obviously, it's showing that it's not
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Defense that really struggles. I don't know. They had a dominating run game though, which was solid last week, which was really cool to see. And they've got the run going there, but I don't know, man. I think Vikings. Kirk Cousins is still not fucking things up. He's doing pretty well, and
And guess who showed up last week? Dalvin Cook actually
Dalvin,
showed up
Cook,
last week.
yeah, he
And
was
Justin
I
solid.
feel for like the first time all season, Cook showed up. Like
Yeah.
Gibbons showed up at like week 1.
Right at the start. Yeah.
But seeing Dalvin Cook going for once,
Yeah, no, that
It's
was really
nice.
cool. 2 touchdowns,
Yeah.
a few yards. Jefferson, I think he can exploit a shit defense really
Oh,
well.
yeah, absolutely.
And I think
Especially if they
this-
scheme around it.
Yeah, and I think this Dolphins defense is a shit defense. They've got
Yeah.
a few corners out. They're still injured. I don't know. I'm taking
Jefferson on those crossing routes are fatal, man.
I'm taking Vikings -3.
I saw mine. Vikings -3.
Yeah, Vikings as well. I think, admittedly, I was on the hype train too after that Dolphins game against the Bills.
Yeah.
It was like, holy, who are these guys? Are they starting to cook? I mean, they've just had kind of bad luck. So I feel like we saw them at their peak, and then due to other circumstances, we haven't been able to see them there again. Whether they get back to that peak when Tua comes back is going to be a big question. He's missed tons of time. He's missed reps.
Isn't Tyreek been injured?
Tyreek's been injured.
Waddle's been a bit injured as
Yeah,
well. Like
yeah. So it's really
I don't know,
unfortunate
they-
because this could have been the Dolphins' year. You know, it was looking like
I was
it.
looking like. I mean, it still could
Kind of
be.
peaked
I
real
think-
early. Like,
I think-
the guys who peaked in high school, you know?
Yeah.
You know anything about
yeah.
that, Creek?
No. No, nothing about that.
He's still waiting on the peak, though. He hasn't
Yeah,
hit it.
yeah.
He hasn't hit it.
My
He's-
peak's
he's-
coming.
He's only halfway up.
My peak
But
is
he can't
coming.
climb any higher because of his knees.
So when we get that hot chicken deal.
Oh, that's my peak.
That's
Is
his
it?
peak. Right, moving on to the next game.
Now this one, I mean, this just scares me too, man. You've got Rams home game against the Panthers, and we saw how shit the Rams looked last week, but yet somehow
It's still
they're
favored.
still minus 10 and a half. That is more than a touchdown and a field goal. More. That is absurd. I understand the Packers are dog shit. Baker had 55% completion. Baker's not even there. They got PJ Walker in.
Yeah.
And his stats last week were good, but the weeks, like his previous plays before last week,
Oh, yeah, worse.
have been horrible. Like they were
Oh,
really,
absolutely, yeah.
really bad. Christian McCaffrey struggled against the Niners, but that's because they had a great defense. Panthers have the worst rated offense behind the Bears, Texans, and Steelers. Like so, they have a worse defense. It's worse than the Bears, which is crazy. Worse than the Texans and worse than the Steelers.
Yeah.
The Panthers, yeah. I mean, I got to go Rams here. I think just for the defense wise, I think the Rams will do a lot.
Yeah, because I feel like that defensive front with Donald and Floyd, was it? No. Was it?
Mayweather?
What?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Floyd Mayweather's on the
Mayweather,
defense
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I think that defensive front can shut down that run game real easy.
Yeah, Bobby Wagner too.
I don't think anyone sitting at this table is saying any of these teams are good, but
It's a spread that hurts.
No. I'm pretty sure.
No, you
the
said
Colts are
the
good.
Colts.
no,
No,
Colts,
you got the
Colts are bad, and these two teams also
the
fall
Falcons
into
are good.
Falcons are good.
Okay.
Rams,
Colts
Panthers,
bad.
Colts bad.
Everyone else chaotic neutral.
No, I don't do
He
neutrals.
doesn't do neutral.
Black,
No.
white.
Oh,
Yeah, green, red.
So he sees people too.
yeah. I don't see colour.
I'm gonna
I
agree
guess
to
it's
that.
black, white.
Whilst it's recorded.
But in any case, I don't think we're saying any of these teams are good. I think Matt Rule leaving the Panthers, as much as it's probably a good step in the future.
That's a godsend.
Well, I also don't know how much is going to change.
Like,
this
does that
year.
change Baker completing 50% of the
I
passes?
actually wonder
No.
if it might make
okay.
it. Depending on if it's a drastic change, I don't know if it makes it worse because now they're having to relearn, re-scheme.
Yeah, that's what,
You know,
that's
like all
what
this
I'm saying.
effect. They're so turbulent. I think the Rams have this. I'm not betting on this game.
What are you saying, Matt? You've been on this game? I bet he bets against him now. He's a fucking game.
He's sitting on the couch every fucking
Yeah.
week betting against the Panthers.
Putting half his paycheck on the other team.
I mean, he's got
Yeah.
spare cash. You reckon he's going to buy the facility just by himself and just
Oh,
sit in there
wow.
with a big TV?
That'd be
He
great.
could.
That'd be hard.
That'd be great.
So did we all take Rams then?
Yes.
Hey,
I mean, 10.5 is...
I'm going Panthers for the 10.5. It's too much.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. So so we got Panther for Grey.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you got
one
Panthers for
Panther,
Grey.
please,
No, I'm not a Panther.
with a
Right,
side of
Rams,
fries.
Yeah.
Idiot. Moron.
Yeah, no, it does say singular Panther on the sheet now. Thank you.
Singular Panther. Yeah.
No, it
Just
says
one.
Panthers.
No, on my screen it just says Panther.
We
next to my
have
name.
the modern technology.
Yeah.
Well, I bet.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You
Kevin.
know, paper over here.
Yeah.
Right, looking at the next game, we got the Hawks versus the Cardinals. Hawks at home.
Beautiful.
Plus 2.5. Cardinals minus 2.5.
I mean, this is what I'm kind of confused about. They
Hey,
played...
talk to us, Seahawks, man.
The Seahawks played the 9th ranked offense and the 12th ranked defense at the time. And they still kept it close and could have maybe even won that game. Taysom Hill didn't get a huge run at the end there. Geno's a fucking baller.
No more Geno slander around the league.
They did... No.
No, it's not allowed.
Yeah.
Not
And
allowed.
they just saw it in the run game as well. In the pass game, Kenneth Walker got a bit going.
R.I.P. Rashad Penny.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal,
That's so
man. He was
brutal.
so good. But fuck, that's
So
so
brutal.
brutal.
He's not actually dead, just...
Oh right,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
just
just
sort of
no,
listeners.
no,
The
no.
casual listeners.
Here's
yeah,
the interesting
yeah.
thing though. They did so
It's just
well.
dead to us.
They did so well, right? It's put up a decent amount of points, about 30 something points. But yet, you know, they only completed 1 out of 9 third downs,
Wow.
and they still managed to do that. I'm just saying.
Which is abysmal against who they're going up against now.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Statistically, the Saints actually were a better team on paper than the Cardinals, but then again, they played different
Right.
teams, so you know, it kind of
Sure.
balances out in a way. I just don't think, as much as a Seahawks fan I am, I just don't think they can bring it to the Cardinals personally.
No, and the Cardinals are the same as what the Bengals are doing. They've been heating up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of talent there that's not being. It's
Give-
kind of not
Give
there
little Carl
yet,
his
right?
toys and he'll run down the field, little legs
Yeah,
pumping.
yeah, I don't know,
It'll
man.
work.
This is a
I'm going Cardinals. Minus 2.5.
yeah. Cardinals are 2-3, but they played the Chiefs, Raiders, Rams, Panthers, Eagles. Like that. That's
Yeah.
Right.
That's a
It's-
decent.
yeah.
And
You
if,
know,
yeah, and 3, like, if you
and they could have beat
tough
the Eagles
opponents.
They could have beat the Eagles last week,
Yeah.
right? So it's like so many games were so close,
That's
and they
really
went
fine.
2-3. I think they're statistically a middle of the road team, but if you change the teams they've played with, like, I don't know, the teams the Eagles have played, then I think they're 4-1.
For minus 2.5?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
That's the thing. Oh, that's
It's a
That's a
lot.
lot.
Oh
Damn.
my god.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
honestly,
go for
I could get on
Keith
that
is
boat.
undecided on the game. I'm fucking throwing a lock on it.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
think
get on that boat, to be honest.
you don't bet against Geno.
Oh my. I bet him with Gino last week and he didn't win me anything.
Didn't they come in 5.5?
I don't. Hold on.
Maybe Grace has made money.
Wait, did you look at the points after?
I
You just looked at-
did. Shush. Wait. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Cardinals at minus 2.5 here. I think it's
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's good value.
I don't
The one
like
thing
the
as well,
Cardinals.
Seahawks home games are always tough.
No, they didn't. He's
They
the one that. He's the lock that didn't make it for me.
Oh, that is rough.
Because it was 7. The Saints won by 7.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the Cardinals minus 2.5 is good value. I like it.
So do I.
I'd probably put that in most multis I've made this week.
Wow.
And he's got a few going.
I do. The other problem is I win a lot of money, right, on my locks and on other stuff as well.
Yeah.
And then I put that money on stupid bets.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
none of them come through, and then like, fuck, I'm out of money. It's just
Yeah.
like I should have just kept my locks because it's obviously working.
And that's why you don't gamble, kids.
Well,
Don't gamble.
I'm not putting any money on this, so I'm just gonna go Seahawks.
Fair enough.
Bills at Chiefs.
The margin here is. Wow.
First 9:25. Oh man, I'm so wrong. So the Panthers Rams have been 9 o'clock. Cardinals Seahawks 9 o'clock. Bills Chiefs 9:25. All on Monday.
I mean, this is minus 2.5 here. Honestly, I think this could you could honestly, in my opinion, Chiefs home game too. You could put this with 0 point start, in my opinion.
It is.
Right.
I think
Yeah,
this
it
is
is
almost
a
just a
bluff.
head to head.
It's a
Yeah, I
bluff
think
and
it
it
is. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it is just a straight head to head.
Considering how well the Chiefs performed last week,
Yep.
Yeah.
with going back at the original points deficit.
And you saw a better start, and then you see how well they do. I
Yep.
think it is insane. Yeah, I think this is a game I would stay away from, to to be honest.
Yeah, to the point
Oh,
Devontae Adams
absolutely.
pushed a cameraman on the sideline.
He did.
That's how
Yeah.
pissed
But
he
then
was.
again, the Chiefs have to go against the Bills defense, and that defense is mighty strong.
The defense.
The
is
Raiders
insane.
managed to exploit them for a little while there. I think the Raiders' offense is kind of shit. We've seen that. It's been proven.
Yeah, bad.
Bad. Yeah, exactly. They're bad.
In my bad category.
Bad.
But it's one of those things where you've got two QBs who can play outside
That's
the
it.
pocket.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
man.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
say you got two offenses that are ranked 10 out of 10. If you then rank the defenses, Bills defense 9 out of 10,
Yeah.
Chiefs defense 6 out of 10. So I'm
Sure.
saying yes, it's gonna be a
Sure.
battle.
Yep.
It's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be an absolute shootout. But I think the Bills defense will keep the Chiefs to more field goals than the Chiefs will the Bills defense. And for that reason, I'm taking Bills.
Are you betting
minus
over on
1.5.
this one too? Would you?
I don't know. I mean, the Bills defense scares me. Depends what the
True.
But then again, the over on this is
Yeah.
gonna be really high as well. So I probably
Travis
won't.
Kelce had 4 touchdowns last week.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I mean, well, yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Would I bet
Yeah.
on money to Travis Kelce to score a touchdown? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Thanks for,
Even though I think-
thanks for my fantasy points, Trevi.
The Bills will scheme that way better than the Raiders did. They'll at least put
Yeah, that's the
two men
thing,
on
right?
them.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Bills minus 2.5. I think the defense is what's going to make this game for
Sure.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Bills minus 2.5.
Yeah, it's a super tricky one. I mean, we saw this game play out last year, and it was like one of the best games
Yeah,
of
that's
last
the
year.
thing, yeah.
And for whatever reason, the defense couldn't stop Patty Mahomes. You know,
Yeah,
what was it,
Yeah, so
20
I think this is a
22nd
different
touchdown?
defense.
Yeah, for sure,
I think
absolutely.
it's definitely a little
It's-
bit. Von Miller's in there now, commanding the shit out of that defense.
Yeah,
and I
that
think-
is really true.
I think
We're going
that-
Bills as well. I mean, I think I'm just going to the contrary on like half these points at this stage. I might take the Chiefs.
It's going to happen the same. You're not having the same time. It's going to happen next week, right? We're going to get to doing the reports on who we picked what and how well we went.
Yeah.
And you're going to do infinitely better than me and Grayson because you picked all these fucking.
Hey, no, I also believe in what I'm picking too. I'm
it's
not
going
just
the other
being
way.
for
It's
the
going
contrary.
infinitely worse.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
a faith
Yeah,
man.
absolutely
Yep,
worse.
yep.
This is going to there though. It's probably the game of the week.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
Be a
it's
cool
gonna
game
be
to watch.
I think a contender could be the next game.
Absolutely. What a segue.
Yeah,
Oh
thank you.
boy, do I fucking hate the Eagles.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone knows my opinion on the Eagles. They've been given minus 5.5 here. I think the Eagles are overrated as hell, man.
You really do.
I think they're
yeah.
overrated as hell.
What will it take for them not to be overrated as hell? Also, good.
Face better teams.
They're in good
That's,
category.
that's my
But
one.
I'm saying if
That's
they
my
beat
one
if they beat the Cowboys,
Then I think
and you
okay.
go good.
Then they're top 5.
Then they're better than the Bills, right?
Whoa.
No.
No?
Bills going undefeated.
Probably Eagles, Colts.
Can't
Like,
get one
you
game.
think they're better than the Colts?
Yes,
Yeah,
Because Colts are bad.
Colts are bad. How about the Falcons? They're better than the Falcons?
Yeah, oh yeah, fucking hell, yeah.
Even though Falcons are good.
They are good.
They
Yeah,
are
that's what I
good,
mean.
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the Eagles. Eagles are 5-0. Played shitters. They're ranked the second offense and fourth defense.
Because their defense is good.
Yeah. And their offense is
Their
insane.
offense is good.
Their defense is good. Yeah, against what? The Lions. I forgot who they played.
Sorry, you just mentioned
That's a top
one of the
football
top
insider.
offenses in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I just don't. I think they're a little bit overrated. I think they haven't come up against enough good defensive teams that can play well both sides of the ball. I think the Cowboys can play well both sides of the ball. If that is back, which he might be,
Yeah, it's
I
I don't know if
yeah,
I hope so. I'd rather have
I think it
Cooper
does.
Kush still.
I think. Hey, look,
yeah,
don't
same.
get me wrong. Cooper Kush is doing well, and he's keeping them in the games, and that
Yeah.
he's doing his job. But I think it shows how much better they could be with Dak.
Sure, yeah. I know what
Because
you're
don't get me wrong, like Cooper Kush is fine, but even if you're not a Dak supporter, you know for a fact that Dak is better. Like he
Yeah.
just is. He makes plays that Kush can't. I'm just saying, I really like the Cowboys here. I really do.
saying. Damn, man. Are you going to lock it up?
No, it's not a lot.
No
It's not a lot.
lock.
But I'm taking. I think this is going to be one of the ones that most people go Eagles minus 5.5. I'm going Cowboys plus 5.5.
I've joined you on that one, Cree. I've gone Cowboys plus 5.5.
After talking all that smack, you
I
decided
was
to come
just
back to puppy.
bring
You
it in.
decided to come back to Daddy Creed.
Sorry. If you had the technology, you'd see this was written about
On the old
Five
school.
squad.
On the old school.
on the old school. Wait, yeah, with your highlighters that you changed last week. But no, I've gone the Cowboys plus 5.5 because I think they are performing well enough with their defense with Micah Parsons. They're going to perform well enough to shut down the Eagles.
They
I think-
won and scored 23, 25 points with 10 completed passes.
Yeah. They've
I'm just
also
saying,
Cowboys have also their defense has held every team that played to 1 touchdown per game.
Really?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
insane,
the
man.
Cowboys
down Cooper. They shut down Cooper Cup.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a really big compliment anymore.
No, it would definitely
It still is.
Don't. Well, let me guess. Cooper Cup bad.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, the
actually,
Cowboys last week
no,
won 22
Cooper Cup good, Matt Stafford bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think those two are the only two good
So we've
things
got-
with that offense.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Eagles.
Thanks.
You just fucking
Eagles.
told me that they've kept every single opponent
Yeah,
after play. So every single opponent with 1 touchdown. They've
Yeah.
played the Giants, great team. Rams, meh. Bengals, Bucks, then Commanders. And you're telling me they've kept every single one of those teams within 1
I
touchdown?
believe so, yeah, you could probably
Within
check
1
the stats.
touchdown, or they've scored one? They've only scored 1 touchdown.
They've only scored 1 touchdown, I believe.
No, because they won by 22. They won 22 to 10 last week.
Or field goals.
No, they kept it at only 1 touchdown though.
Yeah, they
that's-
get the other team to 1 touchdown.
Get the other team for
Oh,
a
yeah.
touchdown, yeah.
And so you've
Yeah, so you're
you've
saying
chosen the
after-
Eagles.
Yeah, I still
what I'm
think the
saying,
Eagles are a
so
better team overall.
The Cowboys are 4-1. Eagles are 5-0.
Yeah.
But yet the Cowboys played Giants, Rams, Bengals, Bucks, Commanders.
Yeah.
And you're still like I believe the Cowboys here more than I believe the Eagles. This is I would value this bet. I would take the money line. I'd take the head-to-head Cowboys.
Well, why don't you and I would take a head-to-head? I'll go Eagles, you go Cowboys.
Are you giving me the same odds as the undisclosed betting site's going to give me? No, I'd rather just put that in my own bet because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting $3.50 if I bet on the Cowboys. That is $3 something,
Pretty
$2
good.
something. That's
Pretty
insane.
good.
I'm taking that all day.
Yeah.
Who the Eagles play, Keith? You got it set up there.
Yeah, I'm just having a look who the Eagles played
Have
against.
played.
Okay, so they played the Jaguars,
Yep.
played the Cardinals,
Yep.
played the Commanders,
Right.
and played the Vikings,
Yep.
and played the Lions.
Yeah. I just think a lot of those teams were struggling when I don't know. I'm just not. I think it's the weakest 5-0 I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going Eagles all the way. I reckon they're the better team.
I can't wait to talk
And
so much shit next week when
Yeah,
the Cowboys
yeah.
win this
well,
game.
you will anyway.
When they win the game.
And last time Eagles went 5-0 was 2015, and they went to the Super Bowl. Just a fun fact. I'm full of
I'm
it.
sure they played some real shitters
No
then
Doug
too.
Peterson this time, though.
These are the Jags. Looks
Yeah,
good too.
Jags, yeah.
Alright, so we're split on that. Because you're
Yeah.
a fucking moron.
No,
Right.
I'm the number one
Right,
analyst.
moving
in
on
New
from
Zealand.
moron
Check
guy.
the record. Check
Right.
the record.
Moving on.
Can you bring up the record?
Who's won the most money? Who's won the most money?
No,
This
we're
guy.
not going on that one.
Oh.
We're going on the full record.
No.
Moving on from moronic suggestions, we're looking at the last game of the week, which is Chargers home game against the Broncos. Chargers at -5.5 favourites. Broncos plus 5.5.
Yeah, man, this is a weird one for me personally.
I feel like this one's pretty easy.
You're right, it is.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
That's your Tuesday 1:15 game.
You're right, it's pretty easy. That's why I'm going Broncos plus 5.5.
Huh?
What?
Are you serious?
the fuck?
I'm taking Broncos 5.5 here.
Dude, who said we have to move on from moronic statements? Because
I
that's so.
did, and
Hey,
no one just
podcast
jumped-
over. Podcast is finished.
Yeah, we've
Nothing
gone
more to jump to.
regressed somehow.
Yeah.
Into cavemen, and you should say, "Ooh, Broncos, love Russ
Love
Woosburn,
some
Russ
way
Woos-
sandwich.
Russ Woburn."
Oh, I'm taking Broncos here.
We out
Broncos
here
over
eating
Chargers.
spicy chicken. You're over there sucking on a
Chargers
sandwich.
fucking
Yeah.
suck, dude. Probably
What
one of
do
the
you
worst
mean?
teams in the NFL right now.
Look, they're not.
No,
the
I'm kidding.
I'm
not
I'm kidding.
the
I'm
team.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I would. Hey, Keith's top 10 analyst breakdown.
Okay.
Broncos bad. Chargers good.
Yeah, man. I just
Austin
think.
Eckler last week was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert played okay.
He's getting better.
He's getting
Yeah,
better.
that's all.
They were without Keenan Allen last minute, which kind of sucked. But
Yeah.
like, if he can come back this week against the Broncos, that's another threat that the Broncos won't be able to cover.
Let me break it down to you like this, Gracie.
Okay, give it to me
Yeah.
straight, coach.
The Broncos played the worst game of football I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, there was tears within
And
my
that's why
eyes.
no one's
That's
betting
it.
on them.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
except for
You're
me.
making a great point.
Are you
Except
locking
for me.
this?
What?
Are you locking this?
No, I never
Oh.
fucking said I'm locking it.
Oh,
I'm
but
just
you're still
saying.
betting on it.
I'm taking. No, I'm
No,
taking
it's
it.
just-
Oh,
I'm
okay,
taking it.
yeah.
I'm taking
So
it.
it's just the terminology, you know.
You're just picking wrong.
He just clicked it wrong. Do you want to read out your notes or?
No, I don't want to read out my notes.
Because the top one for the Broncos.
Hold on. Oh, you read the first one. I'll read the second one.
Okay. What the fuck are the Broncos? That's my
Say
great-
Russ-
that's-
Hey, I got the next one. Rush looked shit. 2 bad interceptions.
Oh, I thought it was Russ looks shit. Too bad in it.
Yeah, it could be. What's the third one?
Bad play calling. Is that what they call it? Play
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think they do.
What?
No, Nathaniel Hackett had to get someone in for them.
Oh,
Like,
well, he did.
Yeah. And this is the defense is a very good thing.
So what I'm hearing is that you guys are taking Broncos with me.
No.
No.
Broncos Nation.
No.
I'm not right with you anywhere to get a Subway sandwich, brother.
No way.
Right, so I'm going Chargers -5.5.
Man, you guys are fucking,
Chargers -5.5.
You guys are idiots.
What a way to what a last
You just
one
put
to end the pod.
broadchos. It's like nachos, but broadchos.
I'm not even getting the respect to spelling the name
Fair
right.
enough.
You
Right.
guys.
That's
are
another
morons.
week of tackle for loss.
Oh,
week
we got to
6.
talk about our locks.
Yeah, okay, we'll cut. Okay.
Yeah.
You cut around it.
No, we'll keep
No,
it
okay,
in.
then.
Just do the
Um,
exact same.
Oh, okay.
So wait, I started off with I took the locks. I took the Bengals -1.5 at the Saints.
I've done that too.
And you've done that as well.
Yeah.
I took 49ers -5.5 against Falcons.
Wait, so did you take the Bengals one?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We all took that.
Yeah, we decided that when we.
Yeah, that's cool.
I took 49ers -5.5 against Falcons. And I actually am gonna lock this third one here. I'm gonna take Browns -3 at the Pats. That is
No.
my.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm taking Browns -3 as my third lock. I'm going for 3 this week.
Alright,
Nice,
I'll
nice.
jump on the back of that. I've also taken Saints Bengals, obviously. My second lock is Bucks over Steelers. That one's quite a big one. It's -7.5. And third lock is the Niners over the Falcons, -5.5.
Nice. So I'm
Wait,
going.
have I got 4? Have I accidentally written 4?
I don't know. Did you?
I might have accidentally written 4
Wait, what'd you go? You mean Bengals?
because
You
I
mean
got
49ers?
I got Cardinals, Seahawks as well.
Oh, so what one
Lock
you
it up
get rid of?
everywhere.
I'll get rid of the first one because everyone else has got it.
That's fun.
Shut
What a,
up.
what a dumb fucking reason.
Shut
So
up.
you're doing it because you don't want to be popular. You don't want to be in the group. I'm doing it to fucking make money.
We really need to get colours on here because I'm getting confused. Okay, so I'm locking up Bengals Saints. Bengals -1.5.
Yeah.
I'm locking up the Bucks Steelers. Bucks -7.5.
Okay.
And then I'm locking up Packers Jets. Jets +7.
I don't mind that one, but don't love it. Alrighty.
Cool. That's what I locked. I'm pretty sure that was really clear and we were really concise about what we were doing there.
Yeah. You're right. Once again, this has been Tackle for Loss week 6.
Wait, hold up. I'm pretty sure he started that.
You just make me want to do
What? I was just gonna say, remember, bet on yourself. Bet on us. Do your own research. Fuck you.
it. That's a tackle for the loss. Fuck you.
Damn.
And now we just roll out and we have audio in the background again.
Yeah, and then like last
I bet you
last
said
time,
that you
yeah.
had the music last
Yeah.
time.
I watched that.
I didn't watch all of it. The whole
He
thing.
actually had the voices stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
The intro is good, but you gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
If you're listening, go to the YouTube just to watch the intro. I put up after the.
Grab the music back off. Just for one bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I usually listen to this on Spotify, but you can also listen to this on YouTube.
I gotta stop the recording.
Okay.
No, stop the other recording.
He's got that one too.
No, stop the other
That's right
recording.
there, Keith.